Hi children, now we are going to start the next chapter, looping structure. So here we already saw that alternative statements, that is if, if else if, and then switch statement. Now we can see the loops. So first we want to know what is loop. Loop is, it is a single, that is same codings, it will execute for many times like a circle. So in that circle where we start, after that round we will come to the starting point itself, end and starting point. So once where we start, again we will come to the starting point, like a circle is called as loop. So the same process want to do for many times is called as loops. In this chapter you are going to see what is the importance of that loop and what are the types of loops in this PHP, and what are the basic, that is fundamental logic creations, basic logic creations, how we can create. Now we'll see, now we know what is looping. We have four types of loops: for loop, while loop, for each loop, do while loop. These are the four loops: for each, while, and then do while loop. These are the types, four types of loops are there. First we will see for loop. Here the for loop is entry check loop, that is starting we are going to check the test condition, after that we will do the process. So this is called as entry check loop. Now the syntax is, for I and IT means initial counter, that is initialization value, after that test counter, then increment counter. So three parts we are using here: initiate counter, test counter, increment counter. Then within the curly braces we use code to be executed, that is which are the codes we want to execute, that you have to give. So here we are using three parameters, that is initiate counters, test counter, increment counter. So initial counter is initialize the loop counter value, that is starting value of your loop. Then test counter is, we want to give the condition. When the condition is true, then only it will execute the process, otherwise it will move to the next one. That is, if the condition becomes false, it will end the loop. The next one is increment counter, it will increase the value. So these are the three parameters we are using in this for loop. The next one, see here they explained how the for loop structure is working. Here first want to give the initial condition. So in that condition it will check loop continuation condition. First one is initial condition, that is starting value it will check. After that it will check loop continuation condition, that is still where we want to continue, it will check. If it is satisfied, then the body of the loops will be executed. Again after each statement, again it will check another condition. If it is true, it will loop execute the body of the loop. Otherwise, that is the loop continuation condition becomes false, it will go to the end of the loop. The example they gave, I equal to 0. Then I value is less than 100. So here the initial value is 0. I value is less than 100. This 100 is the, here this is the loop continuation condition. That loop want to execute till it becomes 100. Then system print dot system out dot print welcome to Antlia. So when the condition becomes true, the statement will be executed till 100 times. Again it will do increment operator, then again it will start the loop. If it becomes false, that is after 100 numbers it becomes false, then it will come to the end of the loop. This is the loop structure. Now we will see another example. Simple example they gave. Example PHP for I equal to 0, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus. Here 0 is the initial value, 10 is the end value, and then I plus plus increment increment operator. Echo the number is I, then break. So every time how it will do? First I value will take it as 0. Then it will check whether the I value is less than or equal to 10. The condition is true. Then the number is printed. The number is I. 0 will be printed. Again it will do increment. After that increment, I becomes 1. So that I value will be checked with the I less than or equal to 10. Then again it will do the print statement. The number is, after the printed, again it will do test increment. Then check the condition. Again it will print the numbers. Like that it will print till the number becomes 10. That is 10 times it will be printed. Next one is for each loop. So this for each loop is we are using only in the PHP. Only in PHP we are using this for loop statements, and not in other languages like Python, C, C++, Java and all. We are not having this for each. Why we are using this for each is to display the numbers in an array. In an array of values, we are using the for each statement. For example, the syntax is for each array as value. Code to be executed. See the example SEQ. It is the array name. The array values are 18, 20, 32. Here, for each x of SEQ, for each value of x, print x, then end. So in this statement it will print all values of the array. So that we are using for each in this statement, in this programming language. For the C, C++ and all, we have a loops. Using the for loop, we are executing the array like A of I, J, like that. We have some methods to execute the array values. Here we are using for each, and it works only for the array values. We can't use this value in other methods. See the example. Student name is equal to array of Mahilan, Iniyan, Nilani, CB, Shini. These are the student names, array values. For each student name as, for each student name as value. Echo value. So here we want to print, that is each student name will be printed. The next one is while loop. Here the while loop is used for iteration. This same like a for loop. When the condition is true, it will execute. So here just for loop and while loop, most of all same, but some little changes are there. Here how it is using is, first we are using the initialization condition, then while condition. While first initialization, that is starting value want to give, with while keyword we want to give the condition. Then within set symbol, that is within a set of curly braces, you want to give the test condition. Then at last, after the not a test condition, after the execution statements finished, then you can give the increment or decrement operators. Okay, so first initialization while, here while within parenthesis want to give the condition, open and close curly braces you want to give execution statements, and then updation. So this is the difference. In for loop, the same line itself you used the increment after initialization, test condition, updation, everything we done with the single line. But in this while loop we are using as a separate lines. First initialization, then we are going to put a condition, at last we are going to use the increment statements. Only this is the difference. The remaining thing, how the execution is and all same like a while loop. See the example they gave. Student count equal to 10, student number equal to 1, while student number is less than or equal to count. The student count echo the student number is student number plus plus. Here first the student number is 1, that is the initial value we can take. The student count is 10, that is we want to count the students, while student number is less than or equal to count, that is 1 is less than or equal to 10. Till that you want to execute, that is the student number is, you want to give the value. After that you have to increment by 1, and if the number, that is if the count becomes false, when it will become false, when 10 count finished. So for again if you want to increase, the count will become 11, that time the condition becomes false. So we can, what we can do, we can stop the process, that is the loop will be exit and it move to the next statement of your program. This is loop, that is while loop. The next one is do while loop. So do while loop is, it is a exit check loop, that is first it will do all the process, at last it will check the condition. Okay, first will do all the process, in the last it will check the condition. So we can tell it is a exit check loop. So first we want to start, we can do some work, at last we have to check the condition, and then if the condition is true we can continue, if it is false we can stop. This is just writing answers in your exam papers. So first what we will do, we read the question paper and write down the answers. At last time only we will check whether the answer is correct or wrong. If the answer is wrong, what you will do? Just cut it out. If it is correct, you can continue that. The same example. First, it will do the process. After last time, it will check the condition. See, this is the syntax. Do code to be executed. After the curly braces, want to give the condition is true. See, the example. Student count equal to 10. Student number equal to 1. Do the student number is, want to display the student number and increment the student number at last while student number less than or equal to student count. Here I think you got that. What we did here, the last time we used that condition in the starting of the loop. So here we used in the end of the loop. So answer will be changed. That is, simply if the loop will be executed 10 times means in the do while loop it will execute 11 times. That is, when the condition becomes false also it will execute one time, because in the last it's only it will check the condition. Okay, so these are the loops we discussed. What are the loops? For, while, for each, and then do while. Okay, thank you.